When you think of a 90s Honda, what do you think? Do you think EG hatch, EK hatch, or do you think of the Del Sol? Okay, I'm kidding. The Del Sol is pretty much the black sheep when it comes to the 90s Hondas, and for many people, just wasn't really for them. But the Del Sol took risk and did some very weird stuff. I've heard people love the Del Sol and hate the Del Sol, so does it deserve the hate that it gets sometimes? Let's go for a drive and talk about it. Hey guys, just a quick pause to talk about today's sponsor, Keeps. Did you know that 2 out of 3 men will experience some form of male pattern baldness by the time they're 35? The best way to prevent hair loss is to do something about it while you still have some hair left. With Keeps, a licensed doctor will review your information online and recommend the right hair loss treatment plan for you. Then, the treatment is shipped directly to your door every 3 months. And you can message your Keeps doctor 24/7 with any questions or concerns you may have along the way. And you can actually track your progress with the Keeps progress tracking tool. Keeps offers generic versions of FDA approved medications for hair loss, which makes it more affordable. Keeps treatments typically take around 4 to 6 months to start seeing results, so it's important to act fast. The sooner you start using Keeps, the better results you're going to have. And find out why Keeps has more 5-star reviews than any of its competitors, and why hundreds of thousands of men trust Keeps for their hair loss prevention. So if you are ready to take action and prevent hair loss, make sure to head over to keeps.com/ThatDudeinBlue or click the link in the description to receive a special offer on Keeps treatments. That's KEEPS.com/ThatDudeinBlue. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we're in something pretty simple, but pretty fun. And sir, introduce yourself.
What's up guys, my name is Vila.
Every time we hang out, you're like, hey man, I found this other new Honda, or old Honda that feels new. You find really good examples of things, in my opinion. And you also had the ITR swap Civic we did about 2 years ago.
We did, yeah.
How many cars was that ITR motor in?
Probably like at least 8 cars off the top of my head. So.
That's amazing. This Del Sol, what makes this different from just your average day Del Sol?
So this Del Sol has an electric roof called the Trans Top.
Yeah, which is super unique.
Oh yeah, only offered in Europe and Japan.
Can you show off your amazing roof? All right, so what was the purpose? It's basically a target top, but it's automatic?
Yeah, it's like their version of like a automatic convertible, you know, Japan and Europe. So instead of manually taking off like the US ones, they decided to integrate this.
Which is funny because it's actually easier to just take off the manual.
It is. It's a lot faster, you know. Here we go.
A Del Sol with an automatic top. I've never seen this before. Wow. Wow, that's so complicated.
Oh, hi there.
Oh, hello. Dang, hard flex, dude.
Mad flex, dude. Mad JDM points.
Oh god. Yeah, it's like
Did it redline?
I think it did.
I think it did redline.
I think it did.
The guy that I bought it from told me that he didn't have a redline, so I never pushed it to redline, you know, because I'm always scared.
Oh,
but,
my bad.
No, you're good. I don't care. Like
this is research and development.
Yeah, this is R&D. Chevy 350 here.
I does Rosser fly by the Chevy 350. It's funny how the Del Sol was marketed as like the woman's car, like the woman's sports car, very much like the S13, which is crazy to think about.
They're so known to braking, just little gears in them.
Just being stuck in place or something.
And I thought I broke it at one point when I first got the car because I didn't really know how to operate it. But man, it was a heart-wrenching moment. So.
A lot of people took the Del Sol and did some really cool stuff with it.
Oh yeah, there's mid-engine Del Sols. You got all kinds of crazy stuff with Del Sols. But
well, there was a guy named Jay up in Virginia who was with Fortunato. I don't know if you ever saw it, but he had the J Series motor with a Buick supercharger on top.
Sticking out the hood.
Yeah, with an S2000 rear end.
Oh man.
I filmed it years ago. I didn't review it, but I thought it was like one of the coolest builds, even though it was Spin City, right? It was just a neat party trick. The reason I'm driving this today is you don't see a lot of clean Del Sols. And what really sets this one off, it seems like, is the bodywork. So you have a Mugen front bumper.
Mugen side skirts. The only thing I'm lacking is a Mugen wing. And with the prices of these things, man, it's getting ridiculous with rare Honda parts.
So how much is a Mugen wing for a Del Sol?
A Mugen wing right now, the cheapest I've found is around $2,700. And it's ridiculous. It's a fiberglass piece, you know, so just like this bumper.
God. Yeah. Probably something you could probably 3D print, you know,
exactly.
and be like, hooray.
There's plenty of replicas out there, and you know, but for what cost, you know, if you want to have the flex points.
Yeah. So what motor's in this Del Sol?
It's a JDM B16, B16A, commonly found in like a 1995 5th gen Civic SIR hatchback, EG9 or sedan.
Because did the Del Sol, forgive me if I'm wrong, did it ever have a dual overhead cam engine in it?
The US models, they did offer a B16A3, which is very similar to like the 99 2000 SI, Civic SI.
Okay.
But this is just a JDM variation.
See, that's so funny to me because you rarely see like CRXs that had the dual overhead cam.
Yeah, well, the Japanese ones, they offer the same engine this one has, with a cable transmission.
See, this is why I think a lot of people find Hondas at first really intimidating. It's because there's so many variants that the Japanese one's a lot different than the US one. And like the only CRX I've ever driven, by the way, if anybody has a CRX, is a D series one.
Oh man.
Yeah, so it's like, hello.
Yeah.
We need to give that a better outlook.
Oh yeah.
But also I love the gauges. The gauges are these like flashy yellow Old Sols.
Old Sols is a company, they just make a cluster overlay, and it's a cool little, you know,
it's a little more modern.
Yeah, it feels a little more modern, a little splash of art to it.
And also it says Del Sol and then something Paradise.
Yeah, two-way Paradise.
Two-way Paradise.
Yeah, it's just like an optional decal that they offered. Rare goodie too, you know. Most guys are into rare parts. They gotta have all the rare goodies like me, and so.
What I think is funny too is you pulled up today and you're like, David, I don't know if you want to drive it because it's like, it might be slower than a D series because it has a cat. I'm like, you mean someone who took care of their car? Like, that's how I look at it. I love the blue in the doors. Like, there's so many like little things about it that are in really good shape because this was imported from Japan, right?
It's original EG2 SIR with the trans stops.
Also, speaking of the VTEC controller, so how does that work, and what exactly is it if people have never heard of a VTEC controller?
So from what my understanding of it, it just plugs directly into the ECU, and from there you add a controller to it, and from there you can control your VTEC engagement.
So you can do a lower RPM, higher RPM?
Exactly.
Wow. See, now you have like K-Pro and Hondata and all that.
This is, you know, early 90s technology, you know, back then, you know, they didn't have K-Pro or any of that. So.
Well, I think what's funny is a lot of people don't realize to tune a car, you are turning knobs. You know, you're turning a knob for fuel, turning a knob for spark. And be like, well, I think that's good. Oh my God.
20 years later.
Kind of. Oh, there it is. Yeah, once you get up there, it's not bad.
Yeah.
The beans. It's like, oh, there it goes. What's red line?
I believe there is no red line actually.
Oh.
Yeah, so once they put in the Spoon VTEC controller, it eliminated the red line.
Yeah, but that's why people love these B series, is that they're so smooth and they're very dramatic. It's this weird combination of being dramatic but also being controllable and being like, this is just a pleasant experience.
I do enjoy driving right-hand drive over left-hand drive because
I think the reactions are just so great.
Yeah, I don't really do anything with my left hand, so let's just use it to shift. I'm more dominant in my right hand, so.
Well, common misconception, a lot of people go, I don't think I can drive right-hand drive because I'm right-handed, and the truth is you're fine.
Yeah.
Like, it's a weird muscle memory thing that if you've driven manual enough, you don't even have to worry about it, and it's all good.
Absolutely.
Oh, let's talk about your wheels. I forgot that Mugen ever made wheels.
Yeah, so we got some Mugen MF10L wheels, which are the lightest Mugen wheels that they offered in this model. So
Okay.
the L stands for lightweight, but they only weigh 11 pounds each.
What, really?
Yep, and they're forged. They're just good looking wheels. Well, I bought it without AC, and the plan is to put AC back in it because the previous owner was gonna turbo it. And I thought about it too at first because I had a turbo kit laying around, but then I sold it. So I was like,
I always think it's funny how like most Honda dudes are just like, yeah, I just had this turbo kit laying around. Like it's really common. I hear that a lot. I think it's wild to see how well the materials have held up, how there's no like cracked dashes. Like the Nissans from this era just fall apart.
oh yeah.
You know, Honda really had it going on.
Yeah,
and Mazda did too. But the Miatas and all those have pretty nice interior still if you take care of them.
Absolutely.
But this stuff right here, I don't know, whatever they did,
they hold up.
it's really rare to like go shop for even a beater Integra and find a cracked dash.
Cracked dash, window trimmed all messed up and everything like that.
Yeah, but when you see a Nissan, you're like, that's normal.
Yeah.
It's crazy to see the value go up of all these things now.
Yeah, and Honda parts in general, everything's just gone up.
Like, how much would this Bugan kit probably go for?
I've seen, like I said, the spoiler goes for $3K. People are paying $3K for the side skirts that I have.
Smokes.
The bumper alone's about that much, give or take, on the condition you find them
Wow.
in. So.
But I have to say this, it really cleans up the Del Sol.
Oh yeah.
Like the Del Sol goes from this very goofy faced car, like a derpy, like
especially with the 93 to 95s with the weird
with the fog lights,
the fog aux lights. Yeah,
it's very strange.
Yeah.
But by removing those, giving it a healthier mouth almost, it's more aggressive, a little more masculine.
Yeah.
But like you said, when I look at the rear of the Del Sol, to an untrained eye, they could definitely be like, is that thing mid-engined? Because of how the roof comes down.
Oh yeah. And you can easily be fooled by that.
Yeah, it's an MR2.
Yeah.
Totally.
It's a Honda MR2.
It's a Honda MR2. Hondas are the king of like having low horsepower fun other than Miatas, because there's a car in front of us, right? And we could just downshift to third and floor it, and oh look, we hit VTEC. Well, Vila, thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Appreciate your time.
Appreciate
Good
you.
luck in Charlotte. I know you're moving there.
Yes, sir.
And on that note, I upload on Tuesday. I have to remember. On Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy. Have a great day. Goodbye. This video is brought to you by Patterson Car Care. Get double of premium original detail product for half the price. Head over to PattersonCarCare.com or go to the link in the description below.